Welcome to Down South Football Podcast, man. We in the building, man, on this holiday weekend. I'm holiday week. I'm sure y'all are surprised for us to come on Tuesday, but y'all know, man, Thanksgiving Thursday, a lot of stuff going on. Probably gonna come at y'all later in the week. But before we get started, man, look, we have some royalty in the building tonight with us. You know what I'm saying? We have some Cajun royalty in the building with us tonight. We got our boy Pooh Bear and our boy Ant from the Golden Boot Podcast, man. These are our fellas, man. But hey, how y'all doing?
Good, brother. How y'all doing tonight? Appreciate y'all for having us, man.
Man, you know how it is. You know how everything goes. We got the Louisiana on the right side. I guess we got Alabama on the left, Dave.
Yeah, it looked that way.
I mean, that's what it
Well,
looked like.
yeah. Or it could be the other way around, depending on how they're looking at it. I don't know. Yeah, I think you're right, though.
Hey, if y'all looking for Ben Dennis, I am DJ Double O's, Mr. 3000 Names, Mr. Lee Corso, Mr. I Can't Take Nothing From It. Y'all know where that comes from last year. He is international. We'll just say he's international this time. Having a good time. And Tuck is getting all work, man. He be with us soon. So, hey, we're going to talk a little bit, man, about what happened with like FAMU. We're going to talk about a little bit what happened last weekend with some of the games, man. And then, we just give our little take on some of these rivalry games, man. Nothing in depth. Just having a good time, man, right before the holiday, man. I hope everybody with it. So, first thing first, fellas, y'all tell me what y'all think about TCU. Tell me about what y'all thought about that game, man.
Which game? We
You
talking
want to
about?
go first? You want to go first, Ant?
Man, David Randall gift ref them that game, bro. I mean, when you got a chance to knock off a top 5 team, and the same thing I know we could probably gonna talk about later, but Illinois too. When you got a team like that on the ropes, you can't play the conservative, man. You gotta stay aggressive late in the game. Go and get that first down and then ice the game. Stop trying to, play safe, make them burn timeouts and play to your defense, man. You gotta just stay aggressive in that situation. Playing safe get you burnt.
TCU is probably the second luckiest team I've seen play this decade. They I'm not going to say good teams find a way to win. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
They're well coached by Sonny Dykes. But yeah, they definitely because I think you brought this up at one point. They played 3-4 straight teams where the quarterback either went down or was already down, so they was facing the backup. So yeah, they won't get this lucky if they end up playing Kansas State. It don't look like they'll be that lucky again. They'll have Martinez to go up against. So
yeah,
we shall see.
Kind of to your, well, I do agree with you, Pooh, but also too, man. Sometimes it's just in the cards for a team to get what they're gonna get.
yeah.
And no matter what happens, no matter how good, how bad, no matter what it is, it's just for them. That was a clear-cut case of just for them to win. I mean, you literally run a play, have your field goal team ready to run out on the field, no spiking, no timeout, and he kicks it clear through the uprights. I mean, dead square. So, congrats to them, man. I just think that this may be a year for TCU, but it's still some more football to play, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, looking at it, man, I think the main thing I took from it in the end, outside of the Baylor part, just talking about the TCU part, was just preparation.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like for them to pull off what they pull off. First of all, to have the confidence to run the ball with that amount of time on the clock, make sure ain't nobody getting held up, make sure ain't nothing happening or whatever. Then you running off and running on like execution practice. You know what I'm saying? So TCU, man, congratulations to y'all, man. But do y'all think they're going down? I don't think they're going down this week.
No, I think it'd be Kansas State that get them.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. But speaking
And
of
that
the
would be
actual
Big 12 championship.
Yep.
Speaking of TCU, I mean, we did have something that happened a couple of hours ago that's already talked about. I'm sure my boys on the right are happy what's going on. But hey, let's see what we got. We got we got number 1 Georgia, of course, Ohio State 2, Michigan 3, TCU 4, and I don't know what is that at 5.
You see it.
Looks like greatness to me.
You see
He
it.
is not a culture fit, ladies and gentlemen. He won't win in the SEC, ladies and gentlemen. He's all about his family.
I got you. So let me ask you this question: what do y'all see on here that make you just like raise your eyes? Like, what do you see? You can speak on it. Cause I got a feeling I know where you're going.
Now I think most people are gonna look at number 7, but I'm okay with that. I think to me it's the amount of Pac-12 teams up there. Now you got Washington top 15, Utah top 15, Oregon top 10, USC and UCLA still top 20. Like that's a conference I think, and Oregon State in the top 25. I think that's a conference that most people didn't think was going to be a strong conference this year. And then for them to have that many teams in the top 25 this late in the season, I think that's the biggest shock to me.
Interesting. It's really controversial what you said that you don't have a problem with 7.
No, I don't.
You don't have a problem with 7, but man, I'm just asking, not trying. I'm just asking. So 10, you got Tennessee at 10, but they beat 7.
Yeah, that's fair. But the losses that 7 got, neither one. I mean, they both ended the very last play of the game, 1 possession score. Number 10 got trounced
Right.
by a team that they got the worst loss in the top 10 easily. So I think that's when you look at who they lost to and when they lost, I think you got to factor that in too. And Alabama didn't get beat near as bad as Tennessee did.
I got you. So Dave, what you think about that?
I mean, when is the madness gonna stop? I mean, my God, we want to weigh losses and this, that. Look, at the end of the day, you got 2 losses. You got 2 losses, people. You're in front of a 1-loss Clemson. Okay, Clemson lost to Notre Dame. They was on the road. Okay,
lost bad to Notre Dame.
Yeah, that's fine. But 2 is greater than 1. I mean, at least I think it is in China. You know, I think 2 is greater than 1.
Well, then you got to put 6 over 5, right?
But 5 and 6, all that's gonna take care of itself. So it really ain't gonna really matter. The issue is that we have somebody that's sitting there. See, like 5 and 6 could take care of itself. You know what I mean? Just all depends on how it shakes out. But I don't know, man. Don't make me cuss on it. Don't make me cuss on the show. But I just think it's just.
Let me ask you this, Dave. Mm-hmm. Couldn't 7 and 8 take care of itself if Clemson beats North Carolina in the ACC championship game?
Say that again, though.
If Clemson beats North Carolina in the championship game, wouldn't they jump Alabama at that point? And that take care of itself?
I heard that argument too.
I mean, you said because they are conference champion?
Yeah, well, they're a conference champion. Alabama wouldn't. They give them an extra win. Alabama would be at home that weekend. So you got a bye week at home for Alabama. Clemson gets a top 25 win, and they're a conference champion at that point. Yeah, I think they jump them at that point.
That's true, but again, these are the same people that sent that same team in there that was sitting at home.
That's fair. That's fair.
So I don't trust them, Ed. I guess that's the point I'm making.
I mean, when you look at it like that, I feel you.
All right, here's my problem with 7. The only big win, or I'm not even gonna say big win. The only win on this that against any team on this list is now number 20.
Clemson got.
That's fair.
That's a fair point.
Well, they got Florida State. They got Florida State at 16, but they got one loss. So honestly, at the very least, it should be Clemson ahead of Alabama, in my opinion.
I guess it's just the point that Alabama lost by a combined 4 points.
4 points, yeah.
And then Clemson got trounced and they lost, and then their wins haven't been convincing either. You know, like I think that's the eye test part of it, I guess.
Well, what wins has Alabama had that are really convincing?
Ole Miss.
Was that convincing? They beat them by touchdown at the very end?
It's not convincing. Not that they.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I'm with y'all. I mean, you know, like it's so debatable. You know, That's the big thing about it when we're dealing with all this. That's the whole thing about it. It's like it's so debatable when you
Too
get
many
into
metrics.
it.
Where's the
it's a lot
PCS
of
when you
metrics.
need it?
Don't please don't.
Give me the computers.
Look. You can't be in the comments when you're supposed to be on the show. That's all I'm gonna say. And for all my Facebook people, I need for y'all to come on YouTube. And my YouTube people, I need y'all to like for me. Hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. So, but yeah, you supposed to be on the show, Tuck. So be quiet. Drive on home. Okay. So speaking of somebody getting boat race, bro. Somebody want to tell me about Spencer Rattler? Just somebody just want to talk to me about this Garcia-like South Carolina performance that he just had.
I mean, not Garcia. He might be a little.
Do we go conspiracy theory first?
Yeah, go
there first. Go ahead.
The whole there's infighting on the team and
stepping on the tee and all that.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about with the I can't think of I forget the linebacker.
Joe Banks.
Harold Fannin to get into plus territory now, going for it on 4th and 7.
Yeah.
Them boys punted once. South Carolina punted once.
I mean, all I know is Oklahoma had the best quarterbacks that day. Shit. He would light it up in South Carolina, and then you had Caleb light it up over there.
That's facts.
Hold on. Hey, Dave, why you say it's not a Garcia-like performance?
I mean, you know what? I thought back on that comment. It was a knee-jerk reaction, but I've never seen Garcia and Spencer Rattler at the same time. They could very well be. I mean, Garcia may have some more eligibility. I got to check that. I mean, I don't know.
Bro, 30 for 37, 438 yards and 6 TDs. Ooh.
From Spencer Rattler?
That's what he did this weekend, yes.
Has he turned the corner, guys?
That's what I'm asking. Like, has he turned the corner? Like, where we at with Spencer Rattler right now? I mean, because is this a Garcia-like performance? Is this a Garcia, Alshon Jeffrey kind of like game? Is that what it was? Is that what we seen outside of the whole like scheme and Tennessee defense being trash? All that kind of stuff like that.
With Spencer, though, man, I never doubted his talent. I've always doubted his him being mature enough, his maturation process, even from watching him on the show. Was a QB1 in high school. I always doubted his maturity, and now that he should be. I mean, he had the COVID year, so I don't know how that works out, but this is like his 3rd year in college, right? Maybe, like 3rd year. So I mean,
maybe fourth.
This is 4th year.
Yeah, maybe
fourth
fourth.
year, but 4th year because he's a year ahead of Williams. Caleb.
Wow.
No. This is his 3rd.
This is third. I thought it was 3rd. Yeah.
Okay.
Third.
So yeah, I mean, maybe he's turned the corner. Maybe it was a lighter than a bottom.
Has he turned the corner, or is he standing on the? I think he on the corner. He's standing on the corner, and somebody ran by and said, "Hey, let me holler at you real quick." So he went around the corner, but he coming back.
Yeah, I think to your point, Dave, he always had the talent. You know, I think I don't think you can really deny that. I think the problem was could he put it together consistently, and stay and play at that level consistently. And to that point, I don't think he turned the corner yet. Because I mean, Saturday was very impressive, not taking nothing from him.
Right.
He did, that's the Spencer Rattler that everybody was talking about when they were saying, 1st round draft pick, potential Heisman candidate and all that. But the problem was the week before that against Florida, he was nothing like what we saw Saturday. He was the exact opposite. So that goes to my point is, can he put it together consistently and play like he played Saturday, this week and, week in and week out? And at this point, I haven't seen it yet. I think another year in college might do him good, and he might be able to, turn that corner then. But as of right now, I can't give him that yet. But he had a hell of a game Saturday, and you can't take nothing from that.
Yeah, you can't take nothing from that when it comes to that game. I mean, because but that was the first thing that came to my mind was Garcia. I was like, man, we got a Garcia-like performance in here, but I forgot Tennessee defense is not that strong, especially on the back end. Like,
they ain't that week though, not that week.
I mean, but that the thing is,
they've been
weak.
like that though.
True enough, they weak, but I mean, Stetson Bennett ain't carve them up like that. You know what I mean? Like, so you gotta get. I mean, but Spencer Rattler ain't been balling either all year.
Hold on, and you got let me just give you something beforehand because
I need a disclaimer.
Yes, you need. That's the word I look for. Thank you. Disclaimer: Dave does not like Stetson, as we call him. Throw them foes up. Stetson Bennett the fourth. Stetson Bennett the fourth.
The law firm.
Thank you, Pooh.
He can't stand. He can't stand.
I
asked him what he got to do. I said, what he got to do to get your respect?
Have a game like Spencer Rattler just had this weekend
There
against
you go.
Well, he ain't gonna never get that because Kirk ain't gonna never give him that.
But no, I mean, but to your point though, I mean, like if Tennessee defense that bad, why Georgia offense they ain't put up, anything close to what South Carolina did? You know what I mean? That's just my whole thing. Like Tennessee defense is bad, but they ain't that bad. You gotta give South Carolina credit for Saturday.
Right. I will give him that. I will give you that. You 100% right. I will give you that, bro. Like that's just it is what it is when it comes to that. But before we move on, I want to give a shout out to Vandy. Vandy giving that 2-0 the last 2 weeks. Hey man,
About
with
to
that
be bowl
APR,
eligible.
with that APR, they can be 5-7 and get a bowl.
They're gonna beat Tennessee this weekend and get in.
Oh Lord, have mercy, sweet Jesus,
man. You think so? That's
Man,
what
look, like Tennessee, like Pooh just talked about the infighting, and they lost Hooker. What do they got to play for? They lost their chance at the playoffs. They really ain't got nothing to play for at this point. They got a backup quarterback coming in to play. They got all the the beef and stuff between the teams. Vandy playing for a bowl game. I see it happening, man.
I think the backup quarterback gonna come to ball. The way I'm looking at it is, he was a previous starter.
That's true. That's true.
You know
That's true.
And then now I think this might be his last year of eligibility, so he needs some film. So
I mean, it's been 6 years, I think.
I've been
12.
and what have I been preaching all year?
Oh, you said Vandy was gonna be bowl eligible. You did say that. I give you that.
All right, man. Hey.
You see what I'm talking
got
about?
the excuse because
he ain't even there yet.
Hey, I'm just saying by the lane. I got you, man. Well, I'll holler at you.
We don't sit your ass down somewhere.
I'll holler at you Friday, Lane. Friday on me.
So somebody just had to be. You just had to be that person, huh?
Mama Goldberg's on me. All right. Oh, what's up, guys? What's up? How you doing?
Why you gotta have your own damn intro?
Oh, I was me and Lane was just talking right quick, man. We're just talking, Sorry, I apologize.
As y'all see, Chauncey Tuck has joined the show.
Yeah.
Anyway, just acting all crazy. We weren't even talking about that, sir. We weren't even going.
Oh, I know. Got great points made. What up, Pooh Bell? What up? Hey.
What's good, Chauncey?
What's up, bro? What's happening?
Mr. Tuck.
You need to fix your internet.
Hey, it is what it is right now, man. I told my router down, man. That's why I'm not involved. You know what I'm saying? I got stuff.
Oh, I forgot you. I forgot you said your router is down.
What you working on a hotspot over there?
Look, I'm working on your bald head, bro. That's what I'm working on. I'm working on that baldy. That bald. That's what I'm working on.
See, this is what I have to deal with, Lord. See, you come in, you causing the conflict. Tuck, see what I'm saying? But since you want to talk about the coaching search before we move on, let's talk about it.
It was some breaking news came out yesterday.
I mean, all right. So, yeah, some breaking news came out of from the
Will
Mississippi.
you stop calling that breaking news?
I know, I'm sorry, but to other people, it was a news that it got broke. How about that?
So
talking about the news coming out of Mississippi.
Yeah, that down the street in Oxford with the bow ties and everything. Do not talk about my internet. I'm trying to tell y'all, I have terrible internet right now.
He need another disc.
I just did. AOL dial-up just came in. But anywho, y'all be fine. Just listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. Some news got released yesterday that the same guy who said that Cohen was going to be the next AD, also just released the news that Kiffin will step down on Thursday. Friday will be the new head coach at Auburn University on Friday before the Iron Bowl. Now, sources say he's spot on. Some sort of the Ole Miss has declined to make a comment on it. Of course, so people were like, "Well, Ole Miss had a practice today." I mean, Ole Miss had Kiffin and them had a team meeting today. I told somebody today, yeah, it's called practice. Everybody does it right now, so they're practicing for the Egg Bowl. That's a team meeting. But Chris Lowe did say that he did not say he was going anywhere. Well, one of the main reasons he can say that right now because Auburn still has not job offered him yet. So until he has a job offer on the table, he's probably still gonna be Kiffin. So where are we at right now? Cohen and the president and the board of trustees, it's a process you have to go through at Auburn University. You got to go to the board of trustees first before you get everything in paper when it comes to any kind of contract. So, and he will be a faculty member, so he has to go to the board of trustees for everything to get done, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm just like everybody else. Right now, it's 90% done. It's a formality. It just has to, you got to get all them I's dot, T's crossed, all that good stuff. But they do have a backup plan just in case something doesn't happen. But like I said, I think everything should be done by Friday, and they might announce it. They might announce it at the Iron Bowl.
All right, because let me ask you a question. If the Kiffin thing falls through, do they announce Dion before or after Celebration Bowl?
That will never be Dion, unfortunately.
Can I answer that, please?
Go right ahead.
You would never, ever see Deion Sanders wearing orange and blue on the sideline with Auburn University.
Can I ask a question, though?
Yes, sir.
Does this feel Lincoln Riley to LSU-ish to anybody else?
To me, it does. But
well,
let me just say this. I'm not gonna sit here and give you a whole thing like Tuck do. I'm gonna let him have all that. So if he wrong, then the people can get him. I'm just gonna say, like you said, what I've said before. I'll just leave it. I'll just leave it like that. So I want to take the people that have other contacts. That'll be me and Tuck. Too many people that we're connected to. I want to know from the other three, what do you see? What do you think?
That's exactly what it feels like to me. It feels Lincoln Riley to LSU. It feels like it's too public, too quick. You know what I mean? For that to actually be the guy, it just felt like a smoke screen. And I don't have a name. Like Hugh Free. I don't know who the actual target is. I just felt like this is too easy to. Like, it's too easy of a smoke screen. Everybody in the fan base wants him. He's obviously a troll enough to give you the attention back and forth on social media to keep the fuel going while you actually go after your real target. So I just feel like it was too easy for it to be a smoke screen for it to actually be the guy.
What about you, Dave?
I'm kind of torn, man. I see what Andy's saying. If it doesn't happen, I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised. I couldn't. And then I have my own reserves too about Lane as a head coach. I think he's a damn good coach. No misunderstanding, but I don't know. I have my thoughts there, but those thoughts belong to me and me only, not down south football.
Let me ask y'all a question because I think we talked about this when y'all came on the Golden Booth. But let me ask this question: does Auburn even? Realistically, do Auburn fans really want Lane Kiffin, or is it we heard Lane Kiffin's name and you know what? I like that.
Okay, I'll answer that. Depends on which segment of the Auburn people that you're dealing with. You got some Auburn people who are diehard Dion. Some who are diehard Lane. And you got some people say, I just want the best coach that's going to continue to push Auburn forward. So it's divided.
Then you got Tuck.
And then you got the segment, and then you got the fraction of the community that wants Cadillac.
Thank you. Yes, I'm sorry.
You got people that want Cadillac. Look, again, I've always said this: Cadillac saved the program this year, and hands down. But at the same time, we cannot be a prisoner of the moment. And trying to figure out like, oh, Cadillac did such a good job, guys. This was against Mississippi State. He did pull them back in, but we Texas A&M team that is still trash, and a conference or Sun Belt team that's pretty decent. No, it was pretty decent, but he was supposed to win that game. Like I said, Cadillac needs a couple more years. Give him a couple more years, try to figure this thing out, learn something, become a coordinator somewhere, maybe. But I think with his passion, I don't think he has to be a coordinator. He just needs to get his ducks in a row to learn how to run a program. That's it. That's the only reason. That's my only reservation. He has the passion, and with him being an Auburn legend that he is, I don't want him to have a bad season and then tarnish everything he's built from this point on, and then he has a 1 or 2 bad years. Oh, we never should have did this. This was a mess up, blah, blah, blah. And then what? You going to take all the stuff down that's in Auburn? You going to change Cadillac Williams' way? You going to take his name off the everything? You know what I'm saying? And that's what I do not want to happen to him, because 2 years of bad coaching and everybody forget everything you've done prior to, and that's the only reason why the Cadillac, we can't be a prisoner of the moment. That's why I told people that from the beginning. We don't need that to happen. If he beats Alabama Saturday, thank you,
right
Cadillac.
off in the sunset.
Auburn is a job, in my opinion, that you can't hire off feelings. We've seen that, and now granted, we've seen that with Notre Dame hiring Marcus Freeman to save the program, all feelings. But I mean, because I know you can say he's at least a coordinator.
Nah, I wasn't finna say that at all. I was finna say if you hire Cadillac, that feel Ed Orgeron-ish to me.
There you go. Hey, I'll take that too. I mean, even with that, But you saw how Notre Dame struggled.
Yeah, and to your point, I don't want is Auburn is a top 15 program ish as far as when it comes to wins and stuff. You don't do your first head coaching job. Auburn been doing this, and this is the reason why we're in the same situation we're in right now. You do not hire your first head coaching position to be Auburn University. It does not need to be that. And I don't even think it needs to be a second. You need to let some coaching go some places. And if we do get Lane, I think people's like, well, Lane probably leave in 3 or 4 years. Hey, thank you. Just as long as we get them 10 wins out of them 4 and the 1 national championship, thank you. I appreciate it.
Do you think Lane will leave?
If it's for the NFL and the right fit, yes.
I agree. The NFL will be the only thing he. But at this point, I don't know if he wants to go back to the NFL.
He doesn't. That's what I try to tell people. NFL guys, he got burnt so bad by the NFL. He does not want to go back.
His ego won't let him go back to.
No, because like unless the only time that's like saying Nick Saban. I think him and Nick Saban are in the kind of the same mold, except Lane Kiffin's on the offensive side. Nick Saban got a taste of the NFL. He said, "You know what? I'm done with this. I'm not going to do this no more." Lane has a chance to do the exact same thing Nick did if he goes Auburn. If he goes Ole Miss, if he stays at Ole Miss, he's just gonna get his 9-10 wins and that's it. Yep. He has a chance to build something at Auburn. That's all. I think he sees that because he was talking about the facilities the water dripping on his head at the press conference yesterday. That was not tongue in cheek. It was really happening. So I don't know. It's a lot of moving pieces still right now, but because stuff is not going to solidify until after the Egg Bowl on Thursday. And once we get that, that's when we'll be like, okay, we'll see what happens.
I really like. Let me just say so we can go and move on to the next subject. Number one, I'm never gonna say everything that I know on here, so y'all can go and forget that part of it. Okay.
Number two, won't let it rip.
No, I'm gonna let it rip as soon as it's done because
it's a whole bunch of stuff.
But here's my issue right now, and I'm sure Pooh and y'all went through this. It's too many of y'all commenting on what's going on with Auburn, and you don't know what the hell is going on.
Right.
Like, let me just be real about this. You looking at headlines, looking at narrative, like you do a lot of stuff, and then y'all think y'all know what's going on. Let me tell you something. If you ain't in this every day, I promise you don't. You don't know, because I heard today on a national show. Well, what about the boosters and what about this? What about that? Well, that's why you have a new president and you have a new AD that they are what? When all that stuff went down, what did I say? You have to be aligned.
Gotta be aligned. Gotta be aligned.
That's the word.
Yeah,
that's the word. That's the word we heard all last year in Baton Rouge. Alignment.
Because you had a president that was about to leave, and they didn't have a new school president yet. You had an AD who was boiling on fire, about to get fired, and then you had the booster that was mad at everybody. There wasn't alignment. All right, we got new president, got new AD. Boosters like, okay, what's your plan? Boom, we're good to go now. That's it.
Sound like LSU.
We're gonna move on to this because
before you move on, Renard,
yes, sir.
I know y'all tired of it. It's to the point I'm defending why certain coaches ain't going to Auburn, or why certain coaches shouldn't be going coaching out. But yeah, but go ahead.
Well, I'm defending why one coach in particular won't go to Auburn. I'll just say it like that.
Yeah, and that's a whole nother issue. But speaking of that person, I think I know who you're talking about. Speaking of that person, I want to talk FAMU, man. This travesty.
Yes, you mean not
that happened. Of them not getting into the playoffs with the exact same record of last year, and they talked about their strength of schedule and all that kind of stuff, getting to the FCS playoffs and all the stuff like that. If you haven't seen the video, Willie Simmons, the head coach of Florida A&M, addresses a lot of this yesterday during the SWAC media call. He answered with a straight face. You can tell how he felt about it. So please, I want y'all can go to our YouTube channel and check it out if you have not. But I need for y'all to understand that to me, this seems like a slap in the face to HBCUs. And I've seen a lot of information about the scheduling and how they're supposed to do this and how they're supposed to do that. Like it doesn't seem fair to me in any shape. How y'all feel about it?
So we posted it. I felt the same way. Good friend Mo Carter, who's with Fox 54 here in Huntsville, he posted and kind of shed a little light. He said the top 325 teams that were ranked behind FAMU were Southeast Louisiana at 23rd, Idaho tied for 24th, and North Dakota tied for 24th. Says Southeast Louisiana made the FCS playoffs because they won the Southland Conference and received the auto bid. Idaho and North Dakota got at-large bids. Says, but Idaho finished for second in their conference behind number 2 Sacramento State and number 3 Montana State. Plus, the Vandals were ranked 21st in the final top 25 poll. Strength of schedule was 10th. North Dakota finished 3rd in their league behind number 1 and number 4 teams in the nation, South Dakota State, North Dakota State. And North Dakota had a top 25 wins over Northern Iowa and Missouri State. North Dakota's strength of schedule was 2nd.
So what do you? I mean, I hear all that.
So that answers why some of the teams behind FAMU got in.
I think that's a cop out.
Yeah. I mean, it's devil's advocate.
But because my thing is, all right, if you want to look at FAMU's strength of schedule, you're mostly pointing at their conference play. You know what I mean? You're looking at the teams that they have in conference, especially with the east of the SWAC not being as good as the west of the SWAC in some people's eyes. But my thing is, they played an ACC opponent week 1 of the season, like a team that's playing for their conference championship. I don't want to hear about their schedule being weak. You know what I mean? And if you really want to look at it, look at the fact that they played the number 5 team in the FCS week 2 of the season without a lot of their players due to administration issues. So I think you got to take that into consideration also when you look at they lost to a top 5 FCS opponent. Right. I honestly think it's like I said, it's a slap in the face to a certain extent. And I think these metrics that they pulling out to try to justify it is kind of baseless in a sense, because you're not taking into account the UNC game and that they, they played a top 5 FCS opponent week 2 of the season. They can't control who's in their conference.
And
all they can control is their
ask them to
non-conference.
bid on a what's name.
My
Ask
question
them to bid
is,
on a playoff spot.
my question is, if it had been flipped and say they beat Jackson State and Jackson State had the one loss with Jackson State.
And Jackson State and Jackson State schedule ain't even as hard as FAMU's.
Dave, what you think?
We want to keep this show rolling on YouTube, though. This is, because first of all, I'm gonna make a point that they went last year. Okay.
Right.
Granted, last year I think they had 1 loss, 2 losses last year. But anyway, if anybody look at that North Carolina loss, they'll realize that number one, you were without over 30 players. Number two, it was a competitive game up until later on in that game. And then of course you open. I hope they change it to FAMU and Jackson State game. Then you get a game like that, and you still undermanned. So you're still trying to get players eligible and stuff like that. So I think it's a crock of shit. I will say that. I am highly upset. I think that and this is right. This is why the SWAC kind of move how they move. We just gonna go and do our own dang on thing. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna do our own thing, because when we rely on the system lets us down every time. We do everything you tell us to do. Okay, everything. Okay, we play North Carolina. We lose. We play Jackson State, who's number 5. We lose. North Carolina's in the ACC championship. Those are only 2 games we lose, and you still telling me I got. I'm looking at this damn poll. This playoff thing. You got 2 and 3 losses. You got 3 and 4 lost teams on here. That would probably rank behind FAMU. Man, I'm gonna stop ranting because they'll probably just they might cut the cord on us if I keep it.
No, your feelings on this subject is 100% valid. Everything like Ant said, man, is 100% true. I have an issue with the fact of it's almost like you're telling FAMU they went. Look, you talk about teams getting better during the year. They went on a 9-game winning streak. Okay. Like they did. What did they not? My question is, like, what did they not do? If we sit up here now, this ain't the BCS, this ain't the college football playoff where we sit here saying, oh, we have this right here, all that stuff that Pooh read, which I get it. I get the point. But what I'm saying is that how can you justify it without saying that it's oh yeah, that is complete? How can you look at those teams and say this is this? You went to North Carolina, like you said, ACC championship. Don't say you didn't know, because they had already clicked. Okay. How you look at that and look how they competed with over 25, 30 players out. Isaiah Land, your best player, was supposed to have been his showcase game. You know what I'm saying? The best defensive player in FCS did not even get to play. You lose out 24 players. How you don't take that into account, to me, and justify the other teams getting in, is like you Dave said, that's the reason why the SWAC moves. That's why if they do move to FBS, I hope they move as a whole conference.
Yep.
Let's also not forget that this is not an isolated incident. This is not like it's the first time that this has happened, and not just in the SWAC side. This happened to what they say North Carolina A&T, and I forget the year. And in 2019, it happened to South Carolina State.
Yep.
Whose only loss was, I think it was to North Carolina A&T, who went on to the Celebration Bowl, went on to win the Celebration Bowl at that. Right. And the other was to Clemson, who went on and won the national title. So you had your 2 losses were the Black national champion and the
Power 5 national champion.
Yeah. And
same gonna happen this year. You look at Jackson State gonna win the SWAC and got a good shot at winning the Celebration Bowl, and North Carolina got a good shot at winning the ACC championship game, and an outside shot at making the playoff. Outside shot of making the playoff. If enough stuff go right and they a 1-loss ACC champion, you know, they potentially could get in. I mean, it's an outside chance, but there's still a possibility.
It's still
So
a
you can't
chance.
tell me,
Yeah.
you can't tell me that they didn't play anybody. Basically, what the committee said whenever they didn't pick them for the playoffs is the SWAC is not a good football conference. That's pretty much what you said. Because that's the only reason why you saying they're not getting in. Well, if you're looking at their schedule, it's because of their conference. So you're basically saying HBCU football is substandard to the rest of the FCS conferences.
Yep.
I think you pretty much got, yeah. I think Andy just summed it up right there. I mean, I don't know. So what were you about to say? You about to say something? Go ahead.
I was just about to say about teams being left out in 2002 and 2003. Tuskegee was left out of the playoffs just because they won the SEAC, and then they went on. The only loss they had one year was to the Venture Pioneer Bowl champions, was what back then was considered the Black National Championship. It is stupid. I mean, you know, it doesn't make any sense. Back to Dave said enough too about, you know, what else you have to do. There's nothing else you can do for real. It's just not lose. Because hell, what if they didn't lose to Jackson State?
Jackson State be in the playoff.
You're right. Then Jackson State will be in the playoff. So
and be a number 1 seed, well top 4 seed.
With a strength of schedule that's not as good as FAMU's.
Right.
It ain't fair, man. It ain't fair.
I mean, it's definitely not a strong argument for them not to be in. I just don't get it. There's some other things that go along with this when it comes to the whole FAMU situation that I'm not gonna get into right now, because like Dave said, we wouldn't have a show on YouTube. Because if I say exactly what I want to say, so I'm gonna hold that back. But FAMU, great season. Wish it could have kept going, but continue to represent, and the SWAC will continue to represent also. But speaking of the SWAC,
shout out Isaiah Land too, hell of a career.
Shout out to Isaiah Land. If you don't know who he is, you can look him up. And he got that Senior Bowl, right?
Yeah. He going to the East-West game.
East-West, that's right.
But East-West? Oh, okay. Either way, yeah.
Yeah, I saw he officially declared.
And shout out to Xavier Smith too, wide receiver at FAM. I heard Willie Coach Smith talk about him, said that, you know, when you look back at this thing years from now, you'll reflect back and realize that he was one of the best to come through that program. So
definitely. But speaking of the SWAC, we got our boot boys in here. We got our Louisiana boys in here. Man, that's something else going on in the boot this week. I don't know. Y'all know what that is? I mean, I don't know. It's got two. Oh, some Gremlin versus Southern or something.
You talking about the best classic in SWAC football?
The second best classic.
Here we go. Hey, Renard, what's the login so I can log in? I got something to do real quick.
Oh man, I knew you were like, come on.
I'm just saying, you could check this one out on national television. You know what I mean? Like, been that way for a while. We still come on NBC.
Okay.
Hold up. I just want to clarify some things. I am on the Golden Boot. I am from Alabama though.
I know, right?
Yeah. We don't include him. We don't include him in Louisiana for this conversation.
Oh, that's how y'all do. That's how y'all do.
Yeah, he Magic City Classic guy. It's Bayou Classic around here, baby.
It's they are on NBC this year. They was on NBC Plus for the rest of them other years.
NBC Sports, sir.
NBC Universal.
Plus Sports. Ain't nobody got that channel, but
you got it. I know you got NBC though.
First of all,
Notre Dame will be coming on afterwards.
Classic. For them to get my respect, two things.
Hey, chill out, Notre Dame. Notre Dame gonna work around us this year. You know what I mean?
Hey, and two things have to happen for me to respect the Bayou Classic.
What's that, bro?
One, Grambling has to get rid of the big ass bass drum. And number two, they got to get rid of the white band shoes. If you do them two things for me, I might put some respect on.
Understandable. I give you that. But I will. You gotta admit this though. For like 10 years straight, whoever won this Bayou Classic was going to
SWAC championship.
Yeah, and it's probably gonna be that way this year.
Yeah.
Well, here's my question. I mean, we both cover the SWAC. You know how it is. You know, Ant and them from the Golden Boot, they cover along with us. So where are you leaning? So, first shout out to prayers up for Hugh. I heard there was a family issue going on. I mean, are you moving toward the Southern, or are you moving towards the Grambling? Like, because this is a big game for Southern.
I'm gonna give you a disclaimer.
Okay, I got you.
I'm 30 miles to the east of Grambling. Like, it's right up the road for me.
I got you.
I'm gonna get killed for this whenever I say it, but Grambling ain't got a chance this year, in my opinion.
They took the G's away, man. They took the G's away. G's don't do the silence.
Now, because I said that, they're gonna come out there and have the game of the year.
More like
just like last year, But honestly, bro, Grambling hasn't shown me much offensively. That quarterback situation is terrible. They don't feed Maurice Washington enough. And so they haven't shown me anything this year to show me that they're gonna get up for this game. Well, Southern, on the other hand, has pretty much their whole season still to play for. They can make it. They can make it to Jackson for the SWAC championship. They can ruin Jackson State season. So I think that Dooley gonna have them guys coming out to play, and I'm going with Southern. But I would love for Grambling to ruin their season. I just don't see it happening.
I think Dooley gonna have them ready also. But let me ask you this: if it is Southern, will we see the Golden Boot in Jackson?
You'll see me in Jackson. I don't know about the rest of them guys, but I'll be there. I'm going to the Classic. I'll be in New Orleans this weekend for that. So if Southern pull it off, you probably see me in there. Now I don't know.
Hey, I'll go ahead and say it. You won't see me in Jackson.
I don't know if I'm gonna be going to watch Prairie View play. I ain't going for that beat down, but I might go watch Southern play.
I got you. Dave,
first of all, let me just say this. I'm gonna talk about the other Classic in a second.
God.
I have a conspiracy theory about the SWAC. All right, check this out. I think you have two elite programs in the SWAC. All right, which is Jackson State, Florida A&M Rattlers. Right, that's my theory. I think they elite when it comes to
this year.
This year, not no other year, just this year.
Gotcha.
I think everybody else is roughly the same. And here's what I mean. No disrespect to anybody. And when I say that, anybody can beat anybody any day.
That's fair.
You take this weekend. Prairie View gets freaking blasted by Mississippi Valley. 2-3 weeks ago, we got blasted by Valley. You look at Alcorn State, they went down pretty much to the wire with Jackson State. You play here, play there, quarterback here, there, they down. Right? So you
they get blasted by Grambling.
Right, who got blasted by Grambling. You look at Alabama A&M, man. Shout out to Xavier Langford, SWAC offensive player of the week. 3 touchdowns. They were down 20-3 in the fourth quarter. 3 touchdowns, 1 air, 1 pass, and the last one he ran to seal it. Great kid, great family. But take a look at that game. If Texas Southern wins, okay, they go to the SWAC championship, hands down.
Yep.
But you give up 21 points in the fourth quarter. So I say this to say this. I don't know who the hell gonna win the Bayou Classic.
That's fair.
Hey, you know something else about that game, Dave, with A&M? And Texas Southern was about to put the game away and fumbled out of the back of the end zone.
A la Mark Ingram and one of the Iron Bowl, where he knocked out his hand, went straight down the sideline and went out of bounds. Kind of the same situation. Yards a few short, but kind of something like that. And the result was the same as it was in that game. No pun intended.
Yep.
But
Yep. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm good. I just say that. That's why I love. I love the SWAC, and I'm starting to love the MEAC because it's so much. It's not
disparity.
Right. It's not okay. Well, we know these 4 teams gonna be here. Only one team that you know gonna be in the SWAC championship. That's gonna be in there.
Jackson.
Right now.
Let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think that the SWAC should go away from divisions and just pick the best 2 teams so you'll have a rematch of FAMU Jackson State?
I think eventually if they add more teams, which that's the word on the street. If they add more teams to the SWAC, then yes, they should go up and down. No divisions. Just the first top 2 teams need to play each other.
I never understood why they put FAM in Jackson. I guess
in the same,
maybe.
But they shouldn't be in the same division. That's why I was like, why? I mean, because they should be playing this weekend, but again, SWAC needs to send a representation, have some representation in the playoff. And in the playoff, but obviously that's not going to work either because y'all didn't select my boys. So whatever.
Right. Look, we're gonna have a whole big show with the fellas about this for real. I'm for real because this can get really, really deep. But so Tuck, just give me your quick pick. You ain't got to give me no analysis. Who you got, Southern or Grambling in the Bayou Classic?
I just don't like those powder blue uniforms the Southern has. I can't deal with them.
God, which color blue?
That it's called University Blue. I can't remember. They have a Southern blue that I can't remember. They have the name there.
They got about 4 different color blues.
Yeah, I can't remember which one that is. But anyway, I'm gonna pick Southern because I think Grambling they took the G away, so I'm just gonna pick Grambling, even though they're
they been got the G back. Man. Like,
they took it away though. It's just the point they took it away.
Don't get me started on that, man.
I did not like that, Hugh. Coach, I ain't like that.
He should have took his G out first.
Okay, I got you. Look,
hey man, I want Southern to win because I at least have some band highlights to watch.
Chill out, bro.
On YouTube.
Leave the world fame alone, man.
Hey man, they gonna get slaughtered at that battle of the bands. But let's go.
I'm not commenting on that. I'm not commenting on that one.
Hey, give me Southern. Hey, fellas, what we're gonna do? Let's run through some games real quick. As you see at the bottom, it is rivalry week. Let's just see how y'all feeling about it. Just give me what you got. You know what I'm saying? Since we on this short Tuesday night. So let's start Thursday night. Turkey Day night. we got Ole Miss versus Mississippi State. Who you leaning towards and why? Quickly.
Mississippi State because Ole Miss got distractions.
Mississippi State because Ole Miss coach gonna be gone. He gonna be in the moving van.
I ain't saying that. I'm being quiet.
He trying to find a vet for his dog in Auburn.
Oh, boy.
So, we did talk about it a while ago. Me and Lane, we cool and stuff right now. But give me
recommendations.
I was giving. I was driving around what foods and stuff places.
he gonna get critter fiddles.
Get critter fiddles and some good old Mama Goldbergs and good old. But anyway, the Blue Room. But anyway, yeah.
Oh, chill out, man.
Yeah. But man. I didn't know when. But give me Mississippi State. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna roll Ole Miss just because it's Ole Miss right now. I mean, I know Mississippi State probably got all the momentum in the world or whatever. So
is it in Oxford or is it in Starkville?
I think it's in Starkville this year.
Definitely give me Mississippi State. Them Cowboys are terrible. Yes, give me Mississippi.
Oh, also we got to make sure we talk. What about Turkey Day Classic? Who you got?
Oh, they still do that? Oh, my bad.
I'm wrong with Alabama State. Eddie Robinson gonna finish it off first year, finish off strong.
Pine Bluff. I think they're playing Pine Bluff.
That's right, they're playing Pine Bluff.
Oh yeah. Shout out to my boy Skylar Perry, but I'm going Alabama State.
Yeah, same.
So all y'all got Alabama State.
Who was all y'all?
My fault, alumni. My fault, A&M alumni. I'm sorry.
Hey man, none is going towards our standards, right? We locked and loaded for the year.
Yeah, we locked for right now. Yeah, we just talking
right now. Okay, well, yeah, if that's the case,
we're just having fun.
Let's go Arkansas Pine Bluff into Montgomery, Alabama, and make your
man. I can't believe Renard called it Turkey Day Classic. I was like, what? That was what's up?
They still call it a Turkey Day Classic, but
it's still Turkey Day Classic.
It ain't Turkey Day unless Tuskegee is in that thing. But I digress.
I'm not gonna say that because my school was in it with them for a couple years and they called it Turkey Day Classic. So
I forgot about that. They sure was. That's cute.
That was Teddy was the coach.
So I totally forgot about that. I totally forgot about that. But anyway,
yeah. Should have won one of those games. I ain't gonna talk about that though.
Please don't. They should have. Yeah.
But moving on. I don't think I really have to ask this one, so I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna talk about Georgia Tech and Georgia. Y'all, does Georgia Tech has any chance?
Look,
yeah, Georgia Tech got a chance.
Boy.
Yes.
Yes, they do. They actually do.
Yeah.
If you had asked me last week, I would have said no. I think they got a chance now. They just beat up on North Carolina.
Right.
We've seen Georgia struggle with UTEP, or not UTEP. I'm sorry, Kent, Mizzou, and Kentucky.
Okay.
This is a rivalry game. Georgia Tech has a chance. Give me Georgia.
I think if Georgia Tech would have lost last week, that would have helped their chances this week. I think the fact that they got an upset hurts their chances of getting back-to-back upsets. I feel like they already feel like they kind of got their signature win, so they ain't gonna be as up for this game as they would if they would have lost last week. They still gonna come to play, but I think they ain't gonna pull it off back-to-back weeks. Give me Georgia.
I said earlier in the year, I said Kentucky was going to get Georgia early. I said that was the game I circled out. That if Georgia goes slip up, it's going to be Kentucky at home. But they almost got them. But Georgia Tech is a little bit too much. But give me Georgia very, very close, very close.
Dave, what about them foes?
You just want me to cuss, don't you? I'm not cussing no more than I am.
Quavo.
Man, leads the Quavius 4 for 4 bending alone.
Matter of fact, you guys are going to make me find some words to insert in the place of these profanities that I want to issue out this moment. But with that,
okay, Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, I gotta give me some. You know, somebody did call me David A. Smith. But anyway, question: where's this game being played at? I don't know. It may not. Is it Bobby Dodd?
Yeah, no, it's at Sanford Stadium.
I think it's at Sanford Stadium. I think it's at Athens.
Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, shit.
Hey,
It's a good.
It lasted 5 seconds. He said, "Y'all ain't cussing no more."
But you know, man, I love chaos, man. But unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna happen because could they catch a napping Georgia, a sleeping giant?
Last week.
But Georgia Tech win this week. They both eligible, so I mean that could be a factor also, though.
Nah, give me Georgia.
I got you. I would say I know how I'm gonna do this. All right, give me one word answer: Louisville versus Kentucky. What you got?
Louisville.
Second.
Louisville.
Can I give you 2 words? Who cares?
Yeah.
Really?
I'll take Kentucky though.
Sometimes that purple and gold and you just pops right out, boy. I'm
gonna take Kentucky.
Okay, I got you. I think I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll Malik one last time.
Oh yeah.
That's just because this should be the last game, right? Outside the bowl game.
Outside the bowl game,
yeah. We got to get his daddy back on again.
Hey, we gotta get him on.
Sure. You gotta get Malik on.
First of all, that's your boy.
Yeah. I hit Stacey up. I hit his mama.
Yeah, hit him up. See what we got.
I'll probably hit Malik up directly. That's what
the Pride of Park crossing.
That's right.
That's right.
Gunslinger.
The Alpha Cup, Washington versus Washington State. Tell me what you think. Who you got?
Washington. Give me Washington State.
Dave.
I got one. It won't be Washington State. I'm not gonna do this. I don't care if it don't count. I'm not going out like that. Nah.
I just got a feeling.
Gotcha. All right. So what about Tennessee versus Vandy? Where you at?
Vandy.
Anchored.
I need to know.
I can see why they say Vandy. I mean, make a legit case.
Anchored down.
I mean,
Clark got these boys playing inspirational football, good football. Anchor down. Give me Vandy.
Fun fact. You know I gotta get the fun fact in there. Fun fact, Bandit is trying to get bowl eligible, but they can still go to a bowl at 5-7 with a high APR.
Yeah.
Give me the Vols. I'm not doing it.
No Hendon Hooker. This is a wrap. Clark is gonna put everything on that defense. Is gonna let it rip, and that's it. Shout out to Clark, man. Clark, you were just as defensive strategist coach at Notre Dame. Shout out to you, Clark.
Yeah. Brian Kelly know how to find them boys, don't
he? He sure do. Shout out to BK too. What up, cuz? Gang.
You just had to take someone play, didn't you? South Carolina versus Clemson.
Oh man, look, guys, man. Spurs up.
First person jump out. Somebody jump out.
Spurs up. Give me South Carolina.
Oh, didn't you just give like a long
speech
about emotion?
He can't do it back-to-back weeks. I'm going Clemson.
Spencer gonna show some consistency for the first time ever in his high school college career. He's gonna show some consistency.
It will be the first time. You right about that?
First time ever. He's gonna show some consistency.
After the weekend he had last week, the game he had, how could you pick against him like this? Give me Clemson.
Bam.
Why did it though, man?
Okay, after the Notre Dame debacle. Who has Clemson played since Notre Dame? Y'all help me out.
Nobody. Not for real. Not a good team.
Are they playing better or are they playing lesser competition?
Lesser competition. I forgot who they played for their Veterans Day. I can't remember who they played.
They beat Miami last weekend. They beat Louisville before that. They beat Louisville the week before. So Louisville and Miami since they lost to Notre Dame.
Louisville a little bit of comp, but Miami, no.
Excuse me. In the words of David Gardner, David is stalling. Make the pick.
Man, I don't know, man. I like chaos. Give me South Carolina. Let's go, games. Let's Spencer Rattler. We're gonna write this shit.
Spurs up.
He got to show me 2 weeks in a row. Give me Clemson. Give me Clemson with that. Tuck, are you ready? You got the.
He ain't ready.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, hold on. Let me take this off. Let me put the Bluetooth on. Yeah, we ready to go, buddy.
Look, why I got my LSU boys on here? Talk to me about LSU versus Texas A&M.
Why we play that during rivalry week?
Because it's supposed to be. I'm outside looking in. I was told that they supposed to be like a rival. I don't know. You tell me.
They beat us. They beat us twice since they came in the SEC. One of them it took 7 overtimes and some referee help, and the other time it took COVID. This ain't no rivalry, dog.
So who would you rather play this week?
Look,
I mean, it made more sense to play Arkansas.
Exactly. I don't understand the why y'all made.
They tried to. That's the SEC trying to fabricate this rivalry with Texas A&M, man. I
don't
understand it. It ain't no right. We finna smack them.
Listen, hard. They need to hard. Jimbo needs to learn that he needs an offensive coordinator.
Yeah, I said it Sunday on our show. LSU 56, Texas A&M 7, and I'm kind of regretting it because I don't think Texas A&M gets 7.
Tragic.
Damn.
Yeah, I messed up and said 17 at first, but if they only scored 20 against UMass, they're not putting up 17 on us. They ain't scored 30 all year, like against a FBS opponent. They haven't scored 30 points against the FBS opponent.
When they struggled week 1, we should have known right then and there that this is not.
If nobody put money on UMass plus 31.5 last weekend, I don't know what you was. Texas A&M can't win by 31.5 because they can't score 31.5.
30. Yeah.
Dave?
Shit.
Are you contemplating?
LSU make the damn pick, Dave. LSU.
I was wondering you contemplating.
I mean, because LSU, man, they went up there to Arkansas. I know Arkansas. I mean, it was tough down. They looked a little shaky.
That was a flu game, man. Flu game.
Okay. I got you.
And they had chicken broth, hot cocoa, and what else on the sideline? They were sick, and coffee. They were sick as hell. By the way, I don't understand the coffee because if you play with coffee, you play with coffee and you get hit in that stomach the wrong way, you're gonna look like them cats from Florida.
give me L Soup, man. Definitely, I'm not going with anything that Jimbo doing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm done with that part of it. I can't even can't deal with it.
Do he make it through the off season?
Who, Jimbo?
Yeah.
86 million talk a lot.
$86 million, even though that's like.
But if anybody got it, they got it.
They got it.
Look, for a whole week of pumping gas, you just bought Jimbo's buyout.
Hey, how they gonna do? They gonna raise gas 2 cents.
All right, boys, let's raise this thing up a little bit, guys. We gotta get some funds right here.
Florida State.
I'll go first.
So you the Seminole in the room. Talk to us.
I'm just gonna say Florida State big.
Okay. What y'all got?
I'm gonna go with Florida State just because it make LSU look better.
Better, correct. Now, I say Florida. I mean, I say Florida State. I say Florida State because I think, like I said, I think they're better. I think Napier is still like, I said, this ain't my guys. I'm just gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try to coach my best. Because last week he struggled last week against who? Who did he play last week?
Was it Vandy?
Yeah, they lost to Vandy.
Yeah. So yeah, he checked out too, just like old buddy in Miami checked out. They just trying to get some new players.
Tomahawk chop.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and get Florida State for the dub.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Let's see here. Notre Dame versus USC.
Hey, Notre Dame finna do Brian Kelly a favor and take out USC, baby.
Where are they playing at this year?
Notre Dame.
Man. Said Notre Dame, I think, yeah.
Is it night?
No.
Well, 2:30.
Yeah, it might be. It might. No, let me see.
Hold on.
Let me know.
It's at 6:30. It's at 6:30.
Because the Bayou Classic is coming on, so we got the preface.
But y'all not playing on NBC. Y'all playing on ABC.
Also, that means the game is at
the game is at 6:30. The game is at 6:30.
Oh no, but the game's in LA then, right?
No.
No, yeah, it is in LA.
NBC has every.
That's right. Yeah.
So it's in Pasadena.
Correct.
Notre Dame.
It's in LA.
It's in LA. It ain't. That's UCLA that plays in Pasadena.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, well, they'll be there. They're probably gonna end up in Rose Bowl anyway. Listen.
I like to talk that talk, bro. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, give me them fighting Caleb Williamses.
I don't like it.
I don't like their defense. I think defense freaking sucks. Okay, we just gonna say they make a stop when they need to, but man, Mr. Addison and Caleb, oh my god,
yeah, that's nasty.
Here's you already right. You go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you good. I was just saying I was looking for some comments from some people, but go ahead about some of these games. I'm surprised.
Yeah,
I'm really surprised.
All right, so I'm going to say this. If this game was in Notre Dame, because Notre Dame would have grew the grass up another 3 inches, but it's not in Notre Dame. So
what are we doing?
Marcus Freeman.
What are we doing?
Give me the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame.
Let's go. That's what I'm
for
talking
the
about.
Jules Shalahi that bring that thing back to South Bend.
Hey, let's just say
Let's
the
go.
only time USC has played the defense, they lost.
They lost.
It's gonna be some chaos up in here.
I don't know. I'm split on this for real for different reasons. I'll explain after the show. But I'm gonna take USC. I'm gonna take USC, but
Fight on, never.
not because I believe. Anyway, I'll explain that later. Explain that later on. All right, moving on. Let's see. We got the goddamn got that. Oh, I guess it's time before we might well get into it. Let's see. Michigan, Ohio State, man. Y'all know what the game for y'all ask. The game is at the Horseshoe.
Yeah.
Game's at the Horseshoe. So and you know what time it is because the time don't ever change.
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock because that's gonna have that mug on that big noon kickoff. So you already know how this gonna be. The weather is a little bit of snow supposed to be up there. You know it's gonna be cold. So who you rolling with?
Have we heard anything about quorum yet?
Have not heard anything about quorum yet as far as what's going to happen with him or anything like that. So I guess that's kind of good news. If you Michigan,
I'm gonna give you two answers. If Quorum play, Michigan win. If you don't play, Ohio State win.
That's fair.
That's fair.
If it's snowing, that helps Michigan more than it helps Ohio State. I'm gonna go on Michigan.
Hey,
is Marvin Harrison Jr. playing?
Can he get it to him in time?
That's what that's
about. Get it to him in time.
Just throw it up there, dog. I go get it. Give me the Buckeyes, baby.
Okay.
So,
they struggle with Northwestern, guys. Ohio State struggle with Northwestern. I cannot get that out my brain. So the jump man would jump over the swoosh. I think they might be wearing the LeBron jerseys this weekend, but I don't know. Anyway, the jump man.
They are all wearing LeBron shoes.
The LeBron shoes, which are trash. Were trash. Anyway, give me the Fighting Wolverines of Michigan, because it's snowing. They used to that off of Lake Michigan. They already used to it in Ann Arbor. They play in it every other when it gets winter time. So give me Michigan. I hate that fight song, but give me Michigan.
Okay, you can don't say they Michigan no more. Okay, first of all, I would like to say on behalf of Down South Football that King James, if you want to sponsor us, we can kick Chauncey out the group. Since he thinks they trash, I really don't care.
The Zoom soldiers they gonna be wearing is some trash shoes.
Excuse me, sir. Once again, him and his crazy opinion about shoes and clothes does not speak for the entirety of us. Okay, whatever we have to excuse him. He's on medicine right now. Just don't pay him no mind, sir. Thank you, King James.
Don't feel bad.
Take me to log in. I'll take care.
So what now?
Take me to log in. I'll take care.
You gonna take him off? Yeah, because he's like
you and your filthy mouth tonight, sir. I don't want to hear nothing from you, sir. You and your potty mouth. I don't want to hear.
I thought we were gonna be free of some things, but apparently not. Anyway,
it ain't that bad, dog.
No, it ain't that bad. But give me Ohio State. I know my brain says Michigan, but I'm thinking Ohio State. So I want Ohio State more than I want Michigan anyway. So
I don't want to prolong the show, but let me ask this question.
You fine.
Does the loser
have
a chance?
If it's Ohio State,
if Ohio State
loses, they got a chance.
Michigan loses,
they done.
Toast. They are in the same boat with Clemson. Pretty much, they're in the same boat with Clemson. But Clemson will have. But see, I think Clemson will win the ACC championship. So
hold on. Hey, Dave.
Yo,
text Chuck that number.
Man, he ain't finna call.
Chuck says Michigan. Text Chuck that number. See if he want to do that.
Hey Chuck, answer your phone. Chuck.
All right, I ain't gonna ask y'all who y'all got for the Iron Bowl because I want to know.
Why not?
I'm gonna ask.
Okay,
I'm saying I ain't gonna get deep in y'all, but tell me what y'all think about the Iron Bowl. I want the guest to go first.
I say this: last year with a better Alabama team and a worse head coach, Auburn was one Tank Bigsby stepping out of bounds away from beating them. So why not? I'm going Auburn.
Auburn has played inspired. They have looked good. Cadillac has had them boys fight. They had a 3-6 versus 3-6 stadium rocking. Give me Bama.
Oh, okay. So, we'll go, Dave.
Go, Tuck. Go on. Because Dave gonna be entertaining. I know what he's thinking about right now. But go ahead, Tuck. Is his internet done?
Is it on me?
Well, Tuck internet. I think. Okay, he's back.
It is back. All right. So I've been going back and forth the whole week since it started or whatever. Give me Bama close. If Auburn can find a passing game, just a little bit of a passing game, because right now Cadillac is running an I formation, 28 sweep, 27 sweep, off tackle power. It's not gonna get it done against Alabama. You gotta have a little bit of a passing game, and I just don't think Robbie, as of right now, has that passing attack. He spots him wide open, but he just can't hit him. I don't get it. He throws lasers when he needs to put touch. So just give me Bama real close though. It ain't gonna be I don't think it'll be a blowout, but give me Bama real close.
It's the comment for me. Justin said, as an Auburn fan, Ant picked Auburn because his LSU heart hates Alabama.
Might be some truth to that.
That's why I whispered it. That's exactly why I whispered it.
There might be some truth to that, but I also think the Robert Legs might be the difference maker. Alabama has always struggled with mobile quarterbacks.
But the thing is, the mobile quarterbacks, they sit back there and pass, and Robbie already taking off running. He doesn't even act like he's finna pass. He just takes off. That's the problem we have with Robbie. And he can't hold on to the football. He can't hold on to the football. That really makes me mad. I'm not going to go back to the LSU game. That really makes me mad because if he holds on to the football, good God, my brother. But hey, I digress. Congratulations on that game.
First of all, this is a pre-Thanksgiving show. We are just having fun night. We're not even breaking nothing down. We just announce it before you get all up in your feelings. It's Dave's turn.
I appreciate that, Williams. I really do. I should give you a raise for that because these guys overtalk me everything on week, and I'm going to have some, and that's why I curse so much, guys.
Hey, Dave, make sure text Chuck text Chuck the other number. Text Chuck the other number.
I don't have another number, brother. Send me the number that you would like for me to see, and I sent the one that I had.
Just put it in the chat, the private chat. Just drop it in there.
But anyway, anywho, in the word. Anywho. But yeah, man. At the end of the day, man, I think if you had some a little bit more consistency out of the center, I think you could have something. You could be working with something here. I say, Bama. I'm gonna give Bama by about 2 touchdowns. That close it out.
Yeah, the football heart in me definitely says Bama. Just because I think in the end it's gonna happen. Kind of hurt, go against the family, but hey, I've already been cussed out, talked enough about it. So what? Anyway, I'm glad to see Lack doing his thing, man. Shot kid growing up in Gaston, Alabama, doing his thing. He got that team going together. No analysis on this game for right now, man. But I think Bama's gonna pull it out in the end. I can see it. I see get him third, fourth quarter, but I think this is not Melanie. Don't come after me. I'm not talking about Robbie. Before I get that phone call, I'm just saying he's gonna have to show that he can push them off that line. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've been able to do that against everybody else as far as like with the running game and pushing them stuff like that, but he's gonna have to show. We know he got the arm. We know he has an arm there, but he's going to show that to even make them respect that. But I will give Ike Hilliard and Will Friend credit, man. They've done a hell of a job with what they done on the offense, because it was putrid. It felt like old school Auburn football. Like, we're gonna run the ball. The question gonna be when y'all gonna let the dam break.
We have our very first call.
Turn his computer down.
Yeah, turn the computer down, sir.
Okay.
Chuck.
All right.
Chuck. We don't, because I don't hear nobody.
Chuck, can you hear me, Chuck?
Yeah, I hear you.
Chuck, what's going on, man?
Hey, it's a great day to be a Hornet, brothers. What's going on?
Hey, man, you are our very first caller in history of
I can't hear you.
Can you not hear me, Chuck?
I can't hear you, brother.
What about now? Can you hear me now, Chuck?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay, I said you are our very first caller of DSF, man. History. We had to get you on his rivalry week. We had to get you on his rivalry week between you and Dave. You know, I know y'all ain't playing, but it's always rivalry week. So hey, just wanted to see if you can talk to your brother Dave on live on air.
Hey man, it's still rivalry week. We still celebrating for the Magic City Classic, the biggest HBCU classic in the nation. Hey, we took them hillbillies for a little run. Basically, the hillbillies are the chumps of the SWAC this year. Shador put his testicles in one of the DB's face last game. Our wide receiver made a mistake and swung his right hand and what's going on with that?
Hey, Chuck. Hey, Chuck.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, this your good friend Dave, man, your homeboy. You know, so we just gonna forget the last 4-5 years that you've been on the other side of this thing, right? This is what we're gonna do.
I don't. We don't look back that far, brother. We go forward thinking that down there at Mother Hill, Alabama State. We don't think that far back, brother.
Oh, well, let me ask you this though. True. Who
Yes,
what you think about FAMU not getting to the playoff?
Man, fam. Now, don't get me wrong. They got their wide receiver number 19 is a beast. But man, I don't think Fam would have did good, fared well. Yeah, we almost beat them.
You know, they went to the playoff last year with a similar record. And they only lost this year was to FAM, and then they lost to University of North Carolina, who's playing in the ACC championship game coming up.
Last year was a better team. That defense was unstoppable. That defense was shabby this year. That wide receiver and quarterback will put it where the wide receiver needs to be, but he was an interception king. So, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I ain't want to look embarrassed. So, I don't know. I don't think they should have went.
Okay.
So, Chuck, who you got in the Iron Bowl, Chuck? Tell me.
You already know that.
Well, I got a history with the Iron Bowl, and I think by mistake gonna win the Iron Bowl, baby.
Well, can I get the teams that's playing?
Okay, well, listen, I want to see Cadillac the brother win. We need to take Saban down. I'm going with Cadillac, man. That's what I'm going with, baby. Shoot for the stars, baby. That's what I'm doing. I'm shooting for the stars.
On the phone.
Hey, man, we appreciate you coming on and talking with us for a minute, man. You know, we're gonna start having more and more phone calls very, very soon. But man, you going down, man. So down south football history, man. You the first phone call, bro.
Hey, man, it's a blessing.
But we'll holler back at you later on, Chuck. All right.
Hey, brothers, y'all take it easy, man, and go Hornets. And one time with Cadillac.
I got you, bro. All right, man. We'll holler at you.
All right.
Peace.
Yeah, man.
All right, Chuck.
Hey, before we get up out of here, man, y'all need to definitely show y'all go to DSLpodcast.com, man. Y'all already know what the merch is and everything. And before you ask,
Sean,
they coming.
Sean.
Okay, Sean, Arian's not on here tonight, and all the other ones have been in our inbox. They coming. You see them. You see the shot glasses, Aaron. We already know we got your order for 12 or 15, whatever it is. Got your order coming. It's gonna be well worth the wait. Okay.
Hey, when they go on the website, Aaron already has a order for about 15 guys. All right, so that's 15 already gone. All right,
gone.
So this is what I need you to do. I need you to order them in 4 or better. All right, we're fulfilling the largest orders first. Not really, but I'm just saying, go and order your 4 at one time. You know what I'm saying? Why not support your people, man?
And if nothing else, man, y'all know what to do with the Cash App and everything. How y'all can support us on YouTube. We try and get everybody YouTube, man, because we'll start taking super chats real soon. All that stuff that y'all do supports us, man. We really appreciate y'all for everything you do. As you see at the bottom of the screen, Down South Football, that's the Cash App. Whenever y'all want to get at us, man. And if y'all know anybody, man, make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube. Keep pulling us up. But I want one of my boys, Pooh or Ant, to let everybody know where your information is, man, so we can get with y'all.
I'll take this one. Y'all can go ahead and holler at us at the Golden Boot, man. It's GEAUX. Right here, right over my shoulder, right here. You see it. Go to thegoldenboot.com for merch. You can go to thegoldenboot.com on YouTube. You can find us on Facebook. We're on Instagram. Check us out. We go Sundays and Thursdays at 7:30. We go Wednesdays at 8:15 with HBCU Hour. Just check us out. Appreciate y'all for having us on. Ant, you got anything? I think that's it.
No, I just want to say appreciate you for having us on, bro. It's always great talking ball with y'all guys. It's always, fun time shooting a little ball, talking a little stuff with y'all. But we're gonna have y'all on again on our show. So appreciate y'all for having us, and make sure y'all go follow them, subscribe to them, and come subscribe and follow the Golden Boot also, man.
I mean, first of all, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that I really think I should be a staple on the HBCU Hour. I don't know about the other guys over here. Don't invite Tuck or Ben anymore. Renard, you're freaking cool. Tuck is he will be banned from the Golden Boot after tonight, and Ben is on suspension.
How you gonna tell these folks how to do their show?
That man said he limited your public appearances.
That's right. I'm limiting your public appearances. You can spell the thing on Wi-Fi.
I'm gonna say this.
Go ahead, Pooh.
Dave, you always got a seat at the Golden Boot. Always welcome on HBCU Hour to come holler at us. We definitely enjoy your picks. We all went 0 for 17 that night, and we appreciate it. We all look bad as a unit. So as a unit, as a whole unit. But man.
I will say this about tonight. We want to do something a little bit more laid back, relaxed, talking ball, talking a little stuff. Just having good fun right before Thanksgiving, man. Not too serious, not too hardcore of a show. And just talking about everything, man. And we thought about getting Pooh and Ant on, man, because those are boys, man. But trust me, we can get it hardcore. We want to get hardcore, breaking it down. But hey, tonight was all about fellowship and having a good time around the holiday. And hey, y'all make sure y'all watch Thursday night. Somebody might be coaching the last game Thursday night on ESPN. Make sure y'all watch the Bayou Classic, man. Make sure y'all tune in, support.
What's happening with Mike Leach?
I don't know. I don't know. He might be turning in at Adidas for an Under Armour. I don't know. I'm just joking. But please watch that, man. And then next week we'll be back. I mean, not next week, but later on this week we'll be back with some other things, man. Right now we do plan to be at the SWAC championship game. Got to get our stuff turned in, matter of fact. Get our stuff turned in, man, and covering all that kind of stuff and doing that. But we're going to continue to bring more and more content of what you guys want, man. As long as y'all continue to like and subscribe and do all that good stuff for us. Of course, DSLpodcast.com on the merchandise section. And then for the audio version, of course, Spotify, Apple, all that good stuff is already, it'll all be there, man. So,
One more
Yes, sir.
One last thing. I just looked at something too. The super chat is actually working now, so we'll be able to get that rocking and rolling next show. Yeah.
So super chat is in there. So you want if you've been on anybody live show, y'all know how super chat work, man. So y'all can give any amount and get the super chat going. So anything y'all can do to support us, man. But at the same time, we want to make sure that we bring in the content that you guys want. So whatever y'all want from us, y'all just let us know. Y'all make sure you subscribe to the Golden Boot. Please subscribe. Please like and subscribe, man. Appreciate that. But fellas, y'all got anything else outside of the fact that Dave got me cooking that turkey tomorrow?
No, man, I'm actually gonna come. I feel a little better. I think I'm gonna make it. Take me down a couple more,
Yeah, and I'm gonna stop by my lunch break to get a little sample,
Okay, your lunch break, it still won't be done. At that
What
time.
are you getting there? What are you getting there?
You don't have to work, brother. We gonna be like, look, I gotta smoke some ham, I gotta fry some turkeys, I gotta put some stuff on the Blackstone. What you talking about?
It should be done by 7 o'clock, right? 7, 8 o'clock, right? It should be done.
I'm not gonna say we started. It don't take but 45
minutes. Get you some business, Tuck. Get you some business, because this ain't it. All right.
It don't take but 45 minutes to cook a turkey.
Are you gonna make ice cream too? You making ice cream?
No, I'm not making no. Boy, you about to make me what?
See what I'm talking about? Why I cuss so much? Right now. Hey, don't wrap it up, man. You got to make me cuss again.
Pooh, you cooking?
Yeah, I'm cooking, man. My baby says she wants some dressing. My little girl says she wants my dressing, so I gotta make it.
And you cooking something?
I'm doing a little something. I ain't doing too much. I got some sick family members and stuff, so me and the wife just gonna do something small.
I got you. Tucker, you cooking anything?
You know what Trace is doing the cooking, so yes, sir.
I mean, I know that, just like my wife is doing a lot. I'm saying, are you cooking anything?
I'll be at work.
On Thursday?
I wake up. I get off work at 11:30. And then I got to turn right back around.
Anyway.
Retail life. Get me out of this, please.
Anyway, look, y'all never know when we gonna go live, man, because it's gonna be too much action going on this weekend. Lord, anyway, look, now he's boy asking for a job. We about this thing, man. Y'all have a blessed and happy Thanksgiving, man.
Please help me.
Hey, you done?
I'm sorry.
Have a blessed and happy Thanksgiving, man. Appreciate y'all for everything you do, man. And hey, watch the football, man. Enjoy yourself, and we'll be back with y'all as soon as we can, man. Nothing else, man. We out this thing. Peace.